Second.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. This is Jackie Caliste from CTA Digital Marketing. Today I have Lisa Murrell from Community Living Centers, and she's going to be talking about her nonprofit and what they do. Really excited because it's great work. And here we go. So, hey, Lisa.
Hi, Jackie.
Hey, I'm so excited to have you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Well, thanks for joining. Thank you
Yep.
so much for joining. And I love your nonprofit. You work with community living centers. It's been around since 1968. You care for developmentally disabled adults, and your mission is to provide enriching opportunities for developmentally disabled individuals that respect and support each individual's success and growth through making personal choices for success. So
Yep.
I love it. I had a chance to listen a little bit today on your presentation, which we're going to share with everybody, so they're really understanding what you provide. So I guess let's just get to the basics. So
Okay.
tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got started, and how you got started in this particular field of work.
Thank you. So I'm an old lady. I've been doing this for 34 years.
You look
And
amazing.
that wasn't
Thank
fishing
you.
for a compliment. I got lots of experience. I started my career right out of college, out of Central Michigan University, working with adults in a vocational setting where I was helping them learn both hard and soft job skills, how to be on time, how to report in, how to do some work. And it was great. I fell in love with my folks. I fell in love with the day-to-day differences of everybody. In 34 years, I've not had the exact same day twice. I swear, every day is different. So I went from there to a private organization where I ran programs to support both children and adults and their families. And I started doing some in-home work. I would travel throughout Macomb County and Oakland and Wayne County doing interviews with families. What do you need? What do you need? What can I do to make your day better? I ran a respite care center where we would bring both children and adults into the center. And my tagline at the time was, Mom, go home. I don't care if you sit in a bubble bath, bubble bath for 48 hours and drink 2 bottles of wine. It's none of my business. I don't walk in your shoes. I don't live your life. Just relax. I'll take care of your loved one.
Does it still exist that
that organization no longer exists. They ran into some financial challenges, and coincidentally, that was why I left. I left because someone kind of gave me the heads up and said, "Hey, Lise, all your eggs are in one basket." My husband at the time worked there as well, and so she asked me to come work for her. And I ended up at Oakland Schools, which is the ISD, or the Intermediate School District, governing all of Oakland County schools. And I was super fortunate and super blessed to be in the special education department, and I did quality assurance. So it was just one more stepping stone for me to realize the quality of services, what families needed, what students needed, what worked and what didn't work. And then I made my way here, which I'm sort of full circle. I'm back to working with adults that were born with a cognitive or physical challenge that affects their ability to be completely independent. So it's my job and my staff's job to provide them with the support and the training and the love and the fun on a day-to-day basis so that they can realize their goals, their dreams, if it's working in the community or saving up enough money to take a trip, whatever that is, we're here to support them and to help them. And that's what I do.
That's fantastic. That's
Thank
great
you.
work. And who could qualify for this? Like, just in case anybody's watching
Mhm.
and they're curious. And
Well, sorry, I didn't mean to
Mhm.
interrupt you.
No, no, go
Um,
ahead.
my organization is supported with Medicaid dollars. So if an individual, and I'm going to talk to anybody who's listening who has school-age children that have challenges, or that even have older adults still living at home, or siblings still living at home with their older parents, they need to become involved in the mental health services system in their county. So for me, that happens to be Oakland County, Michigan, and they want to get a hold of the Oakland County Health Network. And there's an access center. And what they do is they give that access number a call, and they say, hey, I'm looking for supports. Maybe they want someone to come into their home and provide 4 hours a week of training or respite care or something like that. If they're in the school districts, I highly recommend that they talk to a transition coordinator in the schools or a social worker, because they will help steer them in the right direction.
Perfect. Do you mind sharing that presentation? Because it was so detailed and so beautiful.
Sure.
And I think it'll be like great information for other people.
I would be happy to, and
Yeah.
I will make it as quick as I possibly can. I've not used this medium before, so I'm hoping I do this correctly.
It has a
Um,
little share thing at the
yep.
bottom. Yeah.
Now I want to hit share, but do
Hmm.
I want to bring up my presentation. Like
Yep.
that's what I want to share. Can you see that?
No, I
No, you
can't.
can't see that, huh? Okay. So I'm going to come back to you, and I'm going to ask, um, it says share my entire screen. I apologize. I've not
Yeah,
used this before.
no worries. Take your time. If you can share it, that'll be great. If you can't, that's okay. But
It says share screen, but it won't let me. They want you to share the contents of your screen. Oh, choose what you'd like to share.
mhm.
Oh, there it is. Let's try that. How does that? Did that work?
Yes, it did.
All right, cool.
Yep.
Now my challenge is going to be to make it big. So can you see it? Because I don't seem to be able to make it like full screen.
There's a little pop-up there. Security alert. I don't know. Maybe say uh, grant permission or something. Is it a grant permission thing? I can't
No, it
see.
just said stop sharing, or, oh, over here. Sorry.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, there I go. How's
There it
that?
is. That's
Got it.
beautiful. Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know which screen you can see because mine look different, but I'm just going to go for it so I don't continue to take up too much of your time. So community living centers, we are a nonprofit organization. I'm
Mhm.
located in downtown Farmington, and my job is to make the people in this screen as happy and as comfortable and as loving of a life, or give them as all of that as I possibly can. We are currently taking care of 68 individuals, and we provide them with skills training so that they can pass their own medication, maybe balance a checkbook. That in the old days we used to balance checkbooks, now it's using debit cards. Learning how to use public transportation if their skill sets allow them to, teaching them how to access their community services, go shopping by themselves, order in a restaurant, things like that. Our goal is to make sure that the people that we love and support are as integrated and as comfortable and as involved in their community as they want to be. This lady and her husband were the founders of our organization, and Mary Wagner founded Community Living Centers in 1968. She was a pioneer in not only our industry, but our organization has been identified as the first group home in the state of Michigan. So we're super proud of her her gumption and her ability to get out there and fight through neighborhoods and fight to allow our folks to reside in the houses that they do currently.
That's fantastic.
We are 52 years strong. We had a ribbon cutting a couple of years ago. The mayors were there, all of our community partners. And I share this picture because it's so important to me that we have the support of our community, and they support us by donations, by being there, by just being present in our lives. And that's, it's super cool. Downtown Farmington is a great, great area.
It's beautiful.
We have 12 houses, actually. I could only fit 9 on the screen, but you can see that our houses are in Farmington, Farmington Hills, a couple in Southfield. We've got one in Royal Oak and one in Beverly Hills. They range anywhere from housing 2 to 3 folks in one setting, all the way up to houses that had the capacity for 15 people. And I know that today in this society and in this genre, a lot of people think about, oh, big is bad, that's terrible. Actually, they're my favorite houses. They're like big sorority, fraternity houses. There's so much love. There's always somebody to hang out with, but then you've got your private bedroom to go to if you just want quiet time.
And you're part of a sorority too, right?
It's like oh yeah, so shocking, yes. So yes, that's my reference point, is always having someone to play Uno with, watch a movie with, take a walk with. They're my favorite houses. They're my party houses.
And you feel connected. I like it, especially like right now. It's hard to be connected.
Yeah. I showed this slide because, again, this is just one reason I come to work. Well, one of 68 reasons I come to work every day. There is so much love in this organization. We have a gentleman that lives in one of our houses, and I promise you, I've worked here for 10 years, and every single time I walk into the house, he throws his arms up in the air and he says, "Hello, gorgeous." And I'm like, oh, I love my job. Like they bring such joy to my life. And it's why I come to work.
That's awesome. I love it.
And I show this picture because I could not do my job without my staff. I am one person who am fortunate enough to do events like this or to network in the community, but it's my staff. It's my amazing staff that keep us alive and keep this organization going and being what it is. I have 13 group home managers. I have about 130 staff, hands-on, helping people, working with them every day. I have 5 medical coordinators, a maintenance guy who's probably busier than I am, van drivers, and office staff. So we're actually still really a mom and pop shop. It's really not that big, but it feels big enough.
That's a lot of people.
It is a lot of people.
Yeah.
The most of this presentation is just pictures, because I think that pictures just say 1,000 words. And so parties and gardening and arts and crafts, it's what we do. It's just fun.
And I want to be part of that too. It's like you guys are having a lot of fun. In order for people to get through the stress and to get over bad days, I'm a firm believer in they have to have fun too. And so we do lots of team building with our staff. This picture up in the top right is a team building exercise where everybody has an Oreo that we put over their eyes, and they had to move their head and shake it till it went into their mouth, which just erupted in laughter. There's murder mystery parties and Halloween gigs and stuff like that. So, and then we share our time with the families. I don't think that I know that there's not a resident in this organization who I do not have a personal connection with their families, their parents, their siblings, because I always believe in family first. We're their CLC family and their biological family, and we have to all be one big family together. Fun and learning. My staff do a lot of training. It's super important. If you're going to provide services to an individual with a cognitive impairment, you need to know how to do that. And you need to know how to treat them with dignity and respect, how to have good conversations that are teachable moments, but with kindness and love. CPR, first aid, medications, all those kinds of basic things that they go through. It's about 70 hours. And then in addition to that, we do our own training.
about CLC and our mission and our philosophy and what's important to me as a director, that you are kind and that you are gentle and that you do accomplish a goal at the end of the day. We also were super fortunate enough to be connected with Wayne State University. I have a wonderful relationship with one of their professors, and she teaches a master's level learning and systems design class. And so she has master level people writing training programs online for my agency. And what's super cool about that is it's topics that you just don't get in your basic group home. So it's, the communication and harassment prevention and HIPAA laws and things like that. But then they pared it down to make it specific to CLC, which I love. And it's just been an amazing experience working with these students. I threw that in there because I'm just not a fan of COVID, to say the least. But I want people to know how seriously we took it. We started preparing for it in February. So when it actually came to Michigan on March 13th of 2020, we had already had PPE supplies in place. We were already had policies in place because we knew it was coming. And we are a firm believer in the people that we support need to stay healthy and stay alive. And so we did everything that we could. We wore the staff wear masks. We clean all day long, every day. But then we also believe that we're humans. And so here's some pictures of us just continuing life. These folks don't have masks on because they live together, but here's parties and birthdays and arts and crafts. We still tried to continue on as best we could. These are events from the past because they're 2019 because we weren't able to do anything this past year, but we try to do fundraising events to support the organization. And then we have a dinner dance for the folks. It is not a fundraiser. It is 100% for our folks. It's a night at a country club, same country club for 30 years. And it's drinking, dancing, karaoke, dinner, awards, and it's the favorite night of the year for everybody. And then my one big fundraiser is our annual Celebrity Chefs Dinner. This is a huge event, but it's also so important to my organization because this is the one event I host a year that actually helps us with the fundraising and brings in some extra funds so that we can do vacations and trips and things like that. We've been doing it for 42 years. Chef Milo Sahelka, he used to be the owner of the Golden Mushroom restaurant in Southfield, and he orchestrates it for me every year. He gathers about 15 of the top chefs in the Metro Detroit area. We go down to the Detroit Athletic Club. The wine flows all night, champagne flows. It's a 5-course meal with about 8 different appetizers. And I get to buy a new dress every year. So I think it's kind of fun.
Oh, it sounds like a lot of fun. And it's
yeah,
for
it's very, very
cause.
classy. Yep.
And how does it look like this year? You think maybe perhaps, or?
I don't think that the Detroit Athletic Club, well, we typically have it every year in April. And so obviously we missed it last year and we're going to miss it again this year. The Detroit Athletic Club has a new chef. Their executive chef retired in January, but the gentleman who was given the position or awarded the position is one of my celebrity chefs. So I'm super excited about that. I'm going to knock on his door and say, hey, remember me? Can we come back in again? And I'm hoping that he'll support us. The Detroit Athletic Club has been super supportive for 25, 30 years. And I'm hoping that they're going to stay that way. So we use our community partners all the time. We are nonprofit and we survive on skin and bones. And so anytime that we can hook up with a bank, Mercedes-Benz Financial Services have been just so incredibly wonderful and a godsend in our lives. But local people, the next slide is at the top is the Eastern Michigan University football team. I don't even know how that connection got made, but they came out and did yard work for us. And believe me, the girls in the house were so excited. There's Mercedes-Benz, there's Center for Creative Studies students. What I look for is, can you do yard work in the spring? Would you like to host a party? You saw Dennis in the very front with the St. Patty's Day hat. We do St. Patty's Day and Valentine's Day and water balloons in the summer, just things that engage with our community so that they know who we are. And then when they see us out in the community, they're like, hey, those are CLC folks. Hi, guys. How you doing? That kind of stuff is super important. We look for support from our vendors, and then we also give back. So we participate in lots of community fundraisers, the Chamber of Commerce, the Exemplar Club. This is another chamber event. There's a parade for the city. We always try to give back because I kind of believe in that. You got to support each other, and that means we have to support other people too. So I threw this in here because we're all dog lovers. This is my little munchkin up in the top left-hand corner. She comes to the office every day.
She's adorable.
She is our greeter and our guard dog. She's not nearly as ferocious as she seems. And we just like to have people come in and say hi to all of us. It's part of our family. Oh, there's my office and our address. Okay. There's our contact information. That's most of us at the office. With COVID, that kind of got messed up so much. Not everybody's here all the time. And then I like to end it with, we are family. We are a family. We go to baseball games together. We go to formal events together. We have parties. We dance. We're family. That's what it's all about.
Oh my goodness, Lisa. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
I want to be part of your family.
Oh, I love my family. All right. I don't know how to stop sharing my screen. So let me get out of this really quick. I think if I just turn this off.
It works. You're not sharing
anymore. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Now you're back.
All right, you're seeing all that other stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that is such awesome information. And then your website is clchomes.org. So if people want to reach out, they can reach out to CLC Homes.
We have a Facebook page. We've got tons of pictures on our Facebook page. We tried during COVID to post lots and lots of pictures so that people knew we were still out there and we were still doing things. So,
and people can reach out for volunteer opportunities if they want to get involved. They can reach out to donate if it's something, an organization that speaks to them and they really want to be a part of it. Or if somebody looks at it and they're like, oh, wait a minute, I have a family member and maybe your services are services that they can obtain. So it's wonderful.
So in all seriousness, I spend a lot of my days or my weeks just answering the phone. With community in our title, we have lots of random phone calls. What does this mean? What do you guys do? And most of the time, because of my background and with all of the different jobs that I've had, I'm able to redirect families to the appropriate resources. So if there's a family watching or you know somebody and you just have a question, just call me. I love just helping people find the direction that they need, even if you're in a different county. 34 years is a long time. And so I've made lots of friends and I know lots of people. And so if I can just give you a phone number or give you a name and say, hey, tell them Lisa told you to call, I do that a lot. So, and I'm happy to do that.
And it's residential living programs for adults living in your owned or leased and operated homes. It's assisted independent living programs for adults living in homes and apartments, respite care programs for children and adults living in their homes, right?
Yep. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. And respite care, could you touch a little bit about that? I'm just curious, what does that entail?
So respite care means that respite is a relief period of time. So there's no goals, there's no purpose other than giving a caregiver, a supporter, time off. So what we do is that we will go into a family's house typically, and mom and dad go out for dinner, go ice skating. We don't care what you do. We're going to stay here with your child or adult child and just hang out, have fun, while you go and take a break. So respite kind of means a break. And so we do that to support families because being a caregiver, if you're a parent, you're a sibling, or you're a paid staff, it can get stressful. It can be a lot. One of my mottos has always been, I don't judge people. I don't walk in your shoes. I don't live your life. And so what to me seems like no big deal. If you lived it every single day, then you would be exhausted and you would be stressed out. And so I don't care what it is, just go take a break. Let us take over. And so, yeah, that's what we do. That's what it is. And yes, we do take all kinds of donations, any kind of PPE, any kinds of personal care items. Like someone asked me, shampoo, lotions, toothpaste, toothbrushes, all of that stuff. We supply it for our licensed homes. And then I have unlicensed homes, which are called personal residents. And those folks have to pay for it themselves. So anytime I can help them out, that's what my donations and that's what my fundraising goes to, is making sure that if a group home or a home setting goes on vacation and there's one person in the house that can't afford to go, I'm going to pay for it. They're going to go. And so I use those donation funds to make sure that that last person is still going on that trip, wherever that might be. So we're always looking for pots and pans or things like that. So, yep.
Awesome. That was from Loretta from LP.
Thank you, Loretta.
And then she has another question too. Here, let me print. If so, what's the process of giving donations?
Okay, I'm the executive director, so you would think I would know the answer to this, but I know that there is a link on our website that you can do like a PayPal or you can do an electronic thing. But if for some reason it doesn't work, our office, which is area code 248-478-0870, we take things over the phone. We can we mail out tax exempt letters saying thank you, things like that. But I think there's a spot on the website. I should know that better.
Okay, I'm gonna post that. I think I see something here on your website. I'm just gonna post it in there. It's at clchomes.org, support, donate. So
there you go.
Yeah, I'll put it in there. Loretta, thank you so much for your questions. It really helps. And here we're just trying to kind of like, just put it out there, educate different people about different services they may not be aware of just right in their neighborhood. And in this case, downtown Farmington, which is awesome.
It is awesome. I love my neighborhood. We are in the heart. I'm staring at Fresh Time grocery store. I've got mimosas next door. I love it down here. I won't ever leave. I love the people, the support of our community. Yeah, it's a great area down here.
It really is in the summertime when they have so many festivals. And I love the Mexican restaurant right down, smack right there. Oh, so jealous.
I'm looking at it, yeah.
That's an awesome place.
It's distracting in the summer.
Oh, I'll make sure to stop by and say hello when we pass by.
Please do. Anybody stop by. We have a big yellow sign on our awning out front. You can see it from a block away. And so please stop in, say hi. If you need any resources or references or anything like that, just let me know. Absolutely.
And I'm going to put that address too in the chat there if anybody is interested. So that way the information is readily available. And also your contact information, Lisa. I think I had it across. Loretta, thank you for your questions. It's always so useful to have, questions from the audience. So that way we make sure everything that we are talking about is relevant and people can find it useful. Lisa, awesome presentation. I loved it. Loved it. I love your organization. I love your passion for what you do.
It's my people.
If we can do anything to help out, let us know what is your best way for us to help you out.
Okay.
And we can try and make sure we do that.
This has been thank you for inviting me. I would love to come back and just listen to other presenters and other speakers. This has been fun. Thank you very much.
It really has. It really has. And I loved your presentation. Very informative. So, and that's it. That's it for us. So Jackie Caliste, CTA Digital Marketing for your website needs and business apps, and Lisa Murell from Community Living Centers downtown Farmington. And hopefully this information is useful for everybody out there. And Lisa, thank you. And have a great day.
Have a great day, everybody. Have a great rest of your week.
Take care.
Bye.
All right. Bye.